Hi, I'm Graham Lewis. Let's get going then with this algebra using different methods. So let's solve A with inspection. 4x equals 20. Inspection means you should just look at it and know what x is. I know that 4 times 5 is 20, so I know x is 5. So that's the inspection method. Let's move on to B. In B, I've seen this called trial and substitution. Trial and error. I don't like that one because I don't like the word error in this conversation. And also trial and improvement. I like trial and substitution or trial and improvement. So basically we make a guess, a trial, and then we try and prove our guess by using the answer as a guide. So let's just guess 4, for example. So I'm going to write my guess here, x equals 4, and let's put 4 in. 2 times 4 minus 1 divided by 4. 2 times 4 is 8 minus 1 divided by 4. So I've got 7 divided by 4, which is 1 3/4 or 1.75. So my answer is too small. So I'm going to guess a bigger number. Let's guess 6. So 2 times 6 minus 1 divided by 4 is 12 minus 1 divided by 4. So 11 divided by 4, which is 4, 8, so it's 2.75, 2 3/4. So I'm getting close. So let's try 7. So 2 times 7 minus 1 divided by 4 is 14 minus 1 divided by 4. So 13 divided by 4 and 3.25. So I'm getting close. My answer must be between 6 and 7 because 6 gave me an answer of 2.75, which is smaller than 3, and 7 gave me 3.25, which is bigger than 3. So let's try 6.5. I'm going to pause the video and just do this for you. And there we have it. When I put 6.5 in, it gave me the answer 3, which is lovely. And that's trial and improvement. And sometimes it might not be an exact nice answer and you might just get as close as possible. Okay, let's look at the next one. For this next one, I'm going to use a graphing package called Desmos. You can use any package you want. I'm going to use Desmos, and I'm going to put the graph in and show how I can get 3x equals 12 using a graphing package. Now, I know the answer is 4 by inspection. 3 times 4 equals 12, so we know what the answer is, but I want to show you how to do it using a graph. So here goes. Any graphing package will do, but you can see I've gone to desmos.com. Just click on the graphing calculator there, and now let me tell you what we want to draw. We're going to draw y equals 3x, and it draws it for me. And then I'm going to draw a second graph, y equals 12, and hit enter. And I need to see both lines, so I'm using my 2 fingers until I've got both lines showing there. So now I have both lines showing, I can see where the 2 lines cross. The red graph, because if you look here in Desmos, it's drawn, the red graph is y equals 3x, and the blue graph is y equals 12. So I'm going to copy that into my OneNote. So here I have the red graph, which is y equals 3x, and the blue graph, y equals 12. Well, if I want to see where 3x equals 12, I want to see where the y values are the same. Where are they the same? When they cross. When are the y values the same? Read it off the graph. They're the same when x equals 4, because this is the x-axis here. So, and that's how we draw it. So all you have to do is draw one graph, y equals 3x. There it is. Draw the other graph, y equals 12, the right-hand side. So draw the left-hand side, the right-hand side, and then see where the y values are the same. The y values are the same here, and read off the x answer. On the x-axis, x equals 4. That's how to do it graphically. Let's go on to the next one. So the balance method. This is what we do to one side of the equation, we do to the other. We balance them. So here we go. So what's happening to the x? The x is being multiplied by 5. So to undo multiplying by 5, I divide both sides by 5. So I'm doing the same thing to both sides. If I have x, I times it by 5 and divide by 5, I'm back to x. And 10 divided by 5 is 2, and we're all done. We can see that from inspection as well. 5 times 2 is 10. So I know I've got it correct. Now pause the video and you try B, C and D on your own using the balance method. Make sure your equal signs line up. Make sure you're showing your working. I've shown. Divide by 5 on both sides nicely. And it's really important you get your working right. I'm going to pause the screen and do them as well, and then I'll show you the answers. Okay, so notice in B, did you get 4? But I'm really interested in this middle line here. Did you write down, going down the page, equal signs lining up, x minus 3 add 3 equals 1 add 3. So you add 3 to both sides to undo the minus 3. And minus 3 add 3 is 0, leaving me with the x. Let's go on to D. You can see that on both sides of the equation, I've minus 1. So x plus 1 minus 1, that will cancel, leaving me with the x, and 2 minus 1 is 1. Again, to undo the divided by 7 on D, I multiply both sides by 7. And x divided by 7 times 7 undoes the dividing by 7, leaving me with x, and I end up with 28. So there you have it, the balance method. Really important to get your working out right. If you're not sure, just ask your teacher about how to lay your working out. And finally, a word problem. So a square has an area of 121 centimeters. Let the side length name be x. Always draw a picture. So here's a square and there's x. Write down an equation. So that's x, they're all x because it's a square. So the area of a square is length times length, or width times width. So x times x equals 121. And a nicer way of writing x times x is, of course, x squared. So there's my answer to part A. Write down an equation. Now let's solve the equation. To undo squaring, you do the square root. So for B, I'm going to do the square root of x squared equals the square root of 121. And square rooting undoes squaring, and you get square root of 121, which is just 11. Now, lots of mathematicians won't show that step. They'll go straight to that line there, because they know that the square root of x squared is just x. So often they'll miss out showing the square root of x squared. You can show it or not. Use your answer to find the perimeter. So I now know that the side length is 11, so the perimeter P is 4 lots of 11 equals 44, and finish off with a nice sentence because it's a word problem. I'll just pause it and write my sentence. So there I have it. The perimeter of the square is 44 centimeters. A nice sentence including the units for that communication. Okay folks, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked it, please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and have a great day.